How has that affected operations in your county, Senator?
It's very basic, you know, that if counties have got functions to run and they've got people to pay, then if you don't pay them, there's stress. Just like any other company, even here, if the people in nation group are not paid for 1 month, for 2 months, there is stress. And this stress sometimes, you know, it is elusive to people who are in higher positions of power, like, you know, the treasury and even the president and other top people, because this pressure actually manifests in families, in households. Because the way a household runs is that, you know, the owners of a household will run with plans. One, they have got children that they have to, you know, pay for their school fees, and they have got those commitments. And there are people who also, once they know that they're earning this kind of salary, because about 70% of money that goes to counties is actually the current budget that takes care of a lot of these salaries and wages in the counties. So somebody knows very well that for me, I am going to get my money at the end of the month, and therefore they start taking loans to organize themselves, maybe on personal self-development and family development. There are some people who also commit themselves to medical issues that they might have stress with. There are people who also survive on some debt that they had taken before. So it becomes endemic when within you haven't received your salary for 3 months as somebody who is working locally in the county. And by virtue that you're working locally in these rural counties, most of our counties are rural, it also means that you've got very small chances for economic alternatives. You know, you leave your home in the village, you go and work. When you go and work for the county government, that means that basically you have there's a forgone opportunity of you actually being in the farm. So it becomes very, very problematic, and it's putting a lot of pressure in counties, and that's why county governments are saying that if they're not given the money that they are owed by the national government, definitely it becomes a recipe for shutdown in counties, because they can't continue having these functions that are devolved to them, and they're not able to pay. In fact, to some extent, the pending bills that counties have, even to suppliers in the counties, are contributed heavily with these problems. And then now the last biggest problem that the counties now are facing and are confronted with is the issue of statutory deductions. You know, the counties are supposed to deduct money to be able to pay for things like insurance, pension funds for the people in the grassroots, tax even, you know, payee that KRA is supposed to take from people in the counties. When these statutory deductions are not paid on time, what ends up happening is that they start accruing debt. And you know, I sit in the finance and budget. We had actually had to summon KRA together with the treasury, because KRA is also putting pressure on counties, knowing very well that the exchequer hasn't released money to counties, yet they find counties that have not been able to remit their statutory deductions. So it's an endemic problem that is valid to fight for counties to be able to get money.
All right. And